Speaker whom I know well will have lots of interesting things to tell you, Renata Avila from the Open Knowledge Foundation. Renata, the floor is yours.
Hi, apologies. I couldn't listen to the presentation, but with this fabulous host, I know that it was maybe even undeserved. I'm thrilled to be here, and I want to start with a thought, because every day when we wake up, we wake up with this news about technology, and the news about technology is, keep telling us that the system is broken. That the system is broken, yet another data leak, yet another, breach of trust from big companies against citizens, yet another failure of a state system that is to blame far, far, far away from Europe. And the ideas I want to share today, and I will share a very quick presentation, are ideas oriented to change that narrative. And how are we going to change that narrative? I think that the starting point and the awards that you were granted today, but not only the awards, but all the ideas and all the innovation that this program unleashed, give us giving us the clear message that we are not only imagining a different digital future, we are building it together. And I think that it is very important to walk out this ceremony room today with a very specific idea, that we are going to abandon the narrative of a broken system and that we are going to build a new one. As we have seen in many of the projects that have been awarded today, it is not only data, it's the combination of magical ingredients together with opening the data. Opening the data is a step, but it's not a step that we take alone. We need this virtuous cycle where when data is transformed into knowledge and knowledge is transformed into change. And that transformation doesn't happen just because the data is open. The data needs to be used by people, and citizens play a tremendous role on this. The communities activating these processes, the tools accessible and available to all, and also the alliances that we create with media, that we create with civil society, with universities, and so make all of this possible. And I think that together with, abandoning the narrative, we need to start building and seeding a possible future. And how are we going to build and seed a possible future? We need to also abandon rules that were the basic design principles of the digital ecosystem that we are all trapped on today. We need to abandon the broken building that is falling apart, and we have to really abandon the narrative that it is only one system possible. There can be many digital ecosystems coexisting, and it is up to us to stay in the same logic, a logic that is extractive, a logic that is closed, a logic that is not non-generative, or start, as we are doing it today with this challenge, building possibilities, using openness as a transversal design principle to build the digital future that we want. But openness alone is not enough. So I will go very quickly through some principles, and I know that you will be thinking of other principles to add that could be the basis for that digital future. So universal design principles should be applied. I know that in Europe, constantly, it is the trend to speak about European values. I want Europe to go one step ahead and embrace universal human rights values. No gardens and jungles, but a universally, equally protected world, equally celebrated world. We need to build upon other knowledge. And of course, open data combined with local knowledge is a power force. It has to be participatory and accessible. And it is not only that it's open, but it is also that we reduce the barriers for other people to take part in this party. And it's not so only like, niche, highly educated people doing these small things, but an effort of everybody. It has to be reproducible. Each and every innovation that I'm seeing today, I wish I can apply it anywhere and everywhere in the world, adapted and crafted in a way that can serve the more, the merrier, basically. The more that we make these innovations scale and adapt to different environments, the more that we will accelerate the changes that we need to see in the world, the more that we will build this ecosystem and abandon slowly a system that is centralized and a system that is closed. Sustainable, of course. I think that goes at the core of all the initiatives, and we cannot think anymore about any tool, any data experiment without thinking of the impact on our lives and on the planet. And sustainability is not only about resources and climate. Sustainability is also reducing the exploitation and recognizing the effort of volunteers participating in our initiatives. Generative, I think that once you start, it expands. The power of innovation by citizens and the power of owning and transforming your governments really reaches out beyond the place you center. It goes far, far, far away. It travels very far. And it has to be rooted in the local, but it has to, by design, to be interoperable. So we connect these little worlds, and it is this network that forms our new digital sphere. And of course, the exponential impact that you all here today are achieving. My last message is hope is a discipline. And as the examples show today, we are better prepared than ever together to imagine and build a better digital future. Starting with open data, it will take us very, very, very far. Thank you on behalf of the Open Knowledge Foundation. And yeah, let's celebrate. Let's get the party started as soon as possible. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Renata.